Hey, Phil Mackey here. I'm going to share with you 5 steps that I've used to create a killer AI-powered content plan to help me overcome content production obstacles. I know many SEOs, many content producers, and many site owners actually struggle with having a content plan, and I'm hoping that you can learn from my mistakes, from my past, and then also adopt some of these elements in your own plan. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we are. Let's get started. So, a few years back, I realized I had a content production problem, and the reason why I have these quotes here is because I didn't just pull this from some obscure place on the internet. These are all things that I've thought myself. Content is too hard to write, and what that means to me is there's a skill or a knowledge gap with the content, and you got to get more familiar or get more resources or support to make this content writable. Another thing that I used to think a lot is the clients say they will provide content that I frame and nothing ever happens, meaning you don't have the support. Look, your clients are busy business owners. They'll often volunteer to write content for you and then you never have it sent back. So this is me trying to combat that with a AI-powered content plan, and then I don't have the time. Simply put, you are the broken link. You are the breakdown in the factory production line. So again, this is meant to address, this content plan is meant to address all of these problems because the opportunity cost of zero content is quite high. If the internet is a information superhighway, then the opportunity cost of not writing is getting past. The competition is always going to be working. It may not be any one competitor, but there's always traffic on the internet, always cars on this information highway, and you don't want to be the last to the table. So, my content plan in 5 steps, I'm gonna walk you through this, but basically, this is me understanding your struggles. I want you to learn from my mistakes and my struggles as a way to incorporate this into your content production plan and break through some of those obstacles. Step 1, okay, every content plan begins with an identified content need. Maybe you found it in your keyword research, or maybe you found it because your customer or your client is guiding you towards this. Or there's a greater marketing objective. Asking your clients to get kind of a content focus based on their focus and their marketing objectives is often the easiest, but talk to your clients, do some Google search, and do some keyword research in Ahrefs or a similar content or a keyword research tool in order to get this ball rolling. Awesome. Step number 2. Start gathering your content sources, and those can be subject matter experts. That's my fancy way of saying your clients, right? Your clients and your customers are the subject matter experts. Quite often they're in an industry that you're not, or you haven't been in for as long as them. So interviewing them, I've found, has been the best way to get good content. If you can't do that, you can always do competitor content review using good old Google search, but I actually recommend both. So when I say recording interviews with content or subject matter experts, I actually mean I will go on the phone and I will book appointments with my clients and record everything using Otter AI. Otter AI is a really cool AI-powered tool, one of 2 that I'm going to talk about in this video, where basically if I upload a recording to Otter AI, it's going to transcribe the meeting and it's going to transcribe everything that was said and actually segment it by speakers, and you can use that as your basis for your content production. Also, the Otter AI app is quite good on mobile, and I found that I'm actually writing content while I'm outside getting exercise on a run, kind of thinking literally anything else except for my content. When I have an idea, it goes into Otter AI. When I'm interviewing a subject matter expert, it goes to Otter AI. You don't have to do Otter AI, but I highly recommend interviewing your subject matter experts as opposed to waiting for them to write the content that they said they were going to write that never seems to happen. Awesome. So now you've got your written transcript of your content and you're ready to get into content production. I am crazy about Conversion AI. I've been using it for about 5 or 6 weeks now. I wanted to give it a full spin before I started recommending it on this channel. And you can get Conversion AI with the partnership link that I have in my description. Conversion AI now has integrated with Surfer SEO for awesome SEO content all in one place. I highly recommend it, and I'm going to put a video or a link to my video on my tips for Conversion AI. And lastly, once you've written your content in Conversion.ai, I drop it into Google Drive and I forward it to my virtual assistant. They go ahead and publish this to the site based on content from draft. And the tools really used here are hired help or my own two hands, and then WordPress as my CMS. As many of you choose WordPress as your CMS too, this could equally work for any other CMS. And then last but not least, once I've reviewed the draft content in WordPress, I add my images and I publish and promote. That's my 5-step AI-powered content plan as quickly as I could bring it up for you. I hope this is helpful. Really, the final thoughts are, this is not the end-all be-all. I likely will be tweaking this, but I wanted to share this technique with you because this technique has allowed me to write better content faster. I'd love to hear stories about me enabling better content production on your end. So send any feedback if you try this out. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.